Can you hear me? You can hear my breathing? Maybe so. I think you might be able to. In that case, I guess I might as well turn on the webcam if I've got my audio on. Might as well go. Seems like someone's here. Let's see. Still getting the hang of all of this. I guess I could figure it out at other times, but no, I won't. Hello, concurrent viewer. Let's see. There I am. Okay. Now I feel like I shouldn't watch this because that's just going to throw me off, though. I need to set it up in such a way as I'm not distracted by myself, which is hard. Hello. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll hide things behind other things. How about that? Does that sound like a plan? Almost stands? Yeah, so we'll hide this behind here. And this can be here. This is high quality entertainment. Watching a guy figure out how to arrange his windows on his screen. But the music and other stuff will commence. Hey, this is all just part of a hangout, right? Let's see. And can I be heard? The real test. Can I hear stuff? Technically, I'll just say it hasn't started yet. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I know that I can be heard. All right. Cool. Not going to look at myself anymore. Only going to look at, well, what do I want to know? I want to know how many people I have watching, maybe. That'd be nice. I guess that's where I don't need to be looking at the YouTube thing. Just this thing. That'll tell me how many viewers I got. That'll show me my vid. Yes, my vid. There we go. And we shall be distracted no longer. All I need to know, hello, is how many people are watching, and if you say something to me, which I have in my little chat in this part of my screen here, and then otherwise, just got my ideas of what I want to do. It's 1 o'clock. That's the time that I said that I was going to do this live stream. So I will say hello and welcome to my live stream. As I've been trying to do this monthly, this being the second one of these, and I meant to do them in the last Saturday of every month, but last month I wasn't able to because I have an ongoing condition with my hands, and so even though that seems to be generally getting better, last week I had a bit of a downturn, unfortunately. And though I could have obviously gotten on and just like talked, which is a totally valid way for people to do live streams, I instead decided I would push it in the hopes that my condition would have improved, and indeed it has. We'll see if we get through this together, you and I, and play some music and have some fun. Oh, it looks like, is my chat window not going to show the whole chat? Hold on. I want to make sure that if anyone does say anything to me, oh no, I know why. I can read all of it. There we go. Cool. I want to read any of the fun messages I might get. And then worst comes to worst, all this stuff at the beginning can be cut out. But let me take a little sip of water. It's from a cup that my mom gave me new dishes for Christmas. Thanks, Mom, for this cup. Thanks, Rondi. All right. Well, I got, somebody's watching, and I'll start it off. This first song I'm going to play is a cover. I'm going to try to do a good mix of originals and covers today. If anyone who's watching live wants to shout out a request of some sort, I will do my best to comply. Can't guarantee I'll know it or be good at it, but I might try it. Meanwhile, here's a song I feel like I know a little bit now. Been messing around with it. It's called Where'd All the Time Go by a band called Dr. Dog. Here we go. Oh wait, I'm trying something else too. There we go. Is that working? No. How did that turn off? There we go. Just a little bit of reverb. Let's really fill it out, you know. Here we go. Oh, hey, Brandon. Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. And you know I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. She's walking backwards through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade. And there ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. Gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone at hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fog rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. There's nothing to keep you from falling in love. It starts at the bottom and comes from above, like pieces of a puzzle, like a hand in a glove. Gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn to stone at hospitals and funeral homes. And when the tide rises, somebody sinks and is gone in the blink of an eye. Thank you, guys. That was Where'd All the Time Go by Dr. Dog, a song I've really come to love recently, so I'm glad I finally got a chance to play it. Let's turn this back off for a moment. Get me back right up in here with you. Let's see. Hope that sounded all right. Brandon, hope lunch prep is going well. I was feeling rough this morning, I get that way sometimes. Probably a lot of people can relate. You get, you're like, I don't feel like I want to do this. I don't think it's going to go well. And then you try to say, like, remember you felt that way last time? And you were really glad you did it? So, and then I started getting ready, rehearsing, loosened up, got all my stuff set up. I'm like, hey, I think this audio sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And started to feel better about it. And here I am, hanging out with you. So thanks for being here. What's going on? Well, I've been working on the second episode of Season 3 of Island Life with Alex Denney. It features Rory and Colin Daring, a couple of good friends of mine who are brothers and both writers and directors of film and podcasts and so on. Have had me both in projects that they've both created. Rory's got a project called Guy that's going to be in a festival that's going to play at Paramount Studios, I believe, when that's a thing that happens again. Colin's got a podcast called The Loyalists, a sci-fi audio drama. I play a couple characters in that. I play Paulie the Matador Cicero. Let's see, I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I didn't do any warming up, but I decided I was going to be Paulie, you know? So he's kind of this kind of guy. And then Turing, the British artificial intelligence, and he is very efficient. He's got a computer mind. And one other character who sounds a lot more like my regular voice. Alex, all of those sounded exactly like your regular voice. Anyway, also featured on the episode, returning guests Joy Mamie as Ellie the Elephant, and Melanie Ann Pedernal as Tammy the Tarsier, and another new guest, Dan Ammerman. You might know him from Arrested Development as Mark Cherry. He's also been on The Office, and he voices a character in League of Legends, so that's all pretty cool. Working on that. Look out for that. Meanwhile, check out Island Life Season 3, Episode 1 that came out last month, and all the other 50 episodes that are available on a podcast streaming service near you. Figure, let's get to another song, huh? Let's see. I kind of put together a set list this time, but it was more of like, here are some songs I might play in no particular order. Let's play one by me. Let's do that. Maybe we'll do a one for you, one for me kind of thing. Hopefully they're all for both of us. Yeah. Get sad, I think. Well, maybe not totally sad. I don't know. This is a song called Fear. Remembered I didn't start my little reverb here, which I want. So I'm going to start that song again. This is a song called Fear. I wrote it myself. I'm afraid I won't find you, my dear. I'm afraid that I'll be searching and searching for years, until I finally find that you found someone else, while I'm left here alone by myself. And I'm afraid of waking to find that life's opportunity has passed me on by. And then I'll sit as an old man in my old man's chair and wonder just how I got there. when I close my eyes and the fear sets in, will you be beside when I close my eyes? Well, it looks like I fell down again. This happens more often than I try to pretend. But I'll pick myself up and I'll try to stand tall. Yeah, I'll pick myself up and I'll try to stand tall, 'cause I'm afraid of losing control. That the beast that is inside of me will swallow me whole, and then the worldly and carnal will only remain, and I'll never be human again. When I close my eyes and the fear sets in, will you be beside when I close my eyes? Well, forever's a long, long time. Will you be there beside me when I finally arrive? Will you hold to my hand as I walk through that veil and tell me there's nothing to fear? Then I'll close my eyes and I'll be alright, 'cause I know you'll be right there by my side, by my side, when I close my eyes. Thank you. That was one by me called Fear. Hope whoever may be watching this or may watch it in the future, hope you're having a good day. Definitely appreciate you being here. Let's just go into another song. Maybe I won't turn off that echo just because I'll forget to turn it off again, turn it on again. Maybe I should just embrace this melancholy feeling I have at the moment from just playing my own melancholy song. You can have a good day and still feel melancholy. That's okay. How do I open this thing that I want to open? My very own lyrics page, so I don't forget chords and lyrics. Because I, find a time to rehearse. It's tough, man. Be kind to yourself. I don't know if I like these. I think I'll be okay without these on here. Oh, good. Sounds like the neighbors above might be moving stuff around. Maybe I'll play a louder song instead, the one that I was going to play, to block my neighbor's movement. That's starting to be like, come on, guys, I'm playing quiet songs. It's quiet time. I you still there? Are you still there? Okay. Let's do a different one just in case. Well, now we're not even... No, okay. Here we go. Got this open. I think they stopped moving around. Let's try this. And I was the man who sold the Arabs the moon. The Emirate princes, their hands manicured. The servants with luggage, they followed behind. The African concubines, regal and tall. And I was the man who sold the Arabs the moon. They festooned their flags with crescent moons. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And I was the man who sold the English the sea. They wanted the afternoon breezes it bore. The sweet smell of spices from over the sea. The afternoon showers it brought during tea. And I was the man, sold the English the sea they cowered before. Great battleship guns. There we go. La da 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 da. 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 And I was the man who sold the Yankees the sky. The black of the night and the blue of the day. The endless horizon of hope and desire. And I was the man who sold the Yankees the sky, the English the sea, and the Arabs the moon. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. Thank you. That was I Sold the Arabs the Moon by David Lowry, maybe best known for his bands Camper, Van Beethoven, and Cracker. That's from his first solo album. And hi, Kyle Rebar. Yeah, the neighbors are playing a little percussion. Them and their big old dog. Hope you're doing well, you and your boo. Been a minute. My improv buddy, also a musician. Got any requests? As I said earlier, I can't guarantee I'll know it or be good at it, but I might sure give it a try. Let's see. Well, now we can, let's see. Do we want to, we'll stick in Melancholia. Might as well. Let's see where we go. If we leave here, we might not want to come back, you know. Why don't I do, I'll do another original. Just keep alternating. Actually, I don't even, I think, well, I don't know why I'm opening this to remind myself how to play it. I know this song. And then that's when I forget. This one will be interesting a little bit, now that I think about it, because I wrote it as a duet. I did record it myself. I haven't recorded it as a duo with a female vocalist, or at least a higher vocalist anyway. But I'm going to try to do both parts right here.
Let's find us a cave and stay there forever, like the one where we spent the first night together. Forget the world outside and never leave each other's arms. Like Romeo and Juliet, life would be simpler if we never met at all. But then we'd never know how good it gets. You're my little red-haired girl. You're my man out dressed in black. I don't know much, I don't know anything. I know I love you, know I love you back. They tried to build a wall to stop us, but we both climbed till we met at the top. Looked down on the whole world below and waved from such great heights. Well, I am yours and you are mine. No one knows exactly how much time we'll have together, so let's live before we die. You're my little red-haired girl, and you're my man all dressed in black. I don't know much, you don't know anything. I know I love you, know I love you back. Your other lover never strayed far from your mind. As much as I wanted to believe it, that you were only mine. The promises I'd made before would haunt me in her voice. You shot me full of arrows when I made my choice. Time stands still when I see you again, by chance at a party, surrounded by friends and foes, and I can't do a thing but wait for your attack. 1,000 things I thought I'd say, but nothing comes except we should have stayed inside that cave, and we both turned and walked away. You were my little red-haired girl, you were my man all dressed in black. We lost our chance at love, and now we'll never get it back.
Thank you. That one was called The Cave.
and I wrote that a few years ago. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, you may find things you recognize about it. Hello. Anyone new who may be watching, joining me, doing a bit of a little concert here on my ukulele. If you've been here throughout, thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions for me, happy to answer them. I know a few things about a few things. A little about music, a little about acting, a little about improv. Ask me about Mormonism. I know a lot about that. You ask me about anything you want. I might not answer you, but I probably will. Barring that, I'll just keep playing AMA process question. I'm always fascinated by people that can play and sing with ease. Do you have any drills that helped you develop the skill/coordination? Great, thanks so much for asking me a question, Kyle. And then Brendan asked a question. I'll answer Brendan's first, just because that one is short. How old was I when I picked up my first uke, or first picked up the uke? I was a missionary in Montana. It was 2007, so I was 19. Before that, I'd primarily been a bass guitarist, played in like punk rock, screamo, ska bands in high school. But when I was a missionary, I carried a little portable keyboard around with me and made up little songs, mostly for like my companions. And then I found a ukulele in a closet. This is now longer than I thought. I feel like I skipped Kyle's answer, but I will answer it. Yeah, I found a uke in a closet. Stuff gets left behind by missionaries all the time as they transfer areas or go home. Didn't belong to anybody, so I took it, and the rest is kind of history. It's not this one. This one I bought when I was in Provo, Utah, at a little independent music store there with a very surly owner who did not like me negotiating with him. And this is an applause, an ovation applause is what it's called, soprano ukulele. And so to answer Kyle's question, I mean, the most obvious answer is just repetition. And I would say often it helps to break it into parts first, like making sure and I'm not necessarily following my own advice at the moment, only because like I'm getting back in the habit of playing regularly. So a lot of these things I need reference. I don't have them on the brain. But to say that, memorize, making sure you memorize the lyrics of the melody, you can do that separately. Then getting it so that you can play it, about perfectly on its own. That way, then once you try to bring them together, certain things can be more on autopilot, and you're not thinking about it. It's just happening because you're so used to the mechanics of like playing the chords, doing the changes. But even then, it can be really hard. And also, if you're adapting something that wasn't originally designed to be sung or played through, like one of the best examples I can give of my own work is my cover of Hurricane from Hamilton, which I'm not going to try to reproduce now because I haven't played that in forever. But if you go back and watch, and if you know Hamilton, there's the breakdown where, I wrote my way out of hell, I wrote my way to revolution, I was louder than the crack in the bell. That part, the song, what you're playing has gone from do, 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 just this kind of, and very on the do, 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 to the backing track suddenly is do, 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 do. And so trying to play that melody, which has suddenly become these like, almost more of like a 3-time, and then sing the bars, which are in, a 4-time, and these are not exact terms, but just kind of the way I was thinking about it when I'm doing it.
That's hard. And even watching the video, I'm like, I feel like my rhythm just feels slightly off only because that was so difficult, but I'm still pretty proud that I was able to accomplish what I did with that track. I hope that answers. I don't know if there's anything else I can really say other than, yeah, just, I mean, yeah, do it separately and then try to bring them together and then just practice, practice, practice. And also, you know, if you need to simplify a part too, to start you off or to get you through, you know, like, definitely there's ways that I could make, you know, when I'm adapting Hamilton or something, make certain, whether or not I choose to go the more intricate or less intricate route often can depend on just, yeah, whether it's possible or worth it to try to do it and sing it at the same time. Thanks for the questions, guys. Feel free to ask me anything else. Oh, thanks for the woos. Woo! Let's see. Well, I just played one of mine. We can go back. Well, oh, I know what I'll play. Okay. Let's play, now I'm like shying away from it, but whatever, I'm just gonna do it and do the most awesome version it's ever been done before. I often say when I do things I'm not ready to do them, well, let's do the bad version then, rather than don't do it at all. I'll play a Hamilton song. And if this one doesn't turn out great, then there's always the one that I did, my secret. Once again, Kyle too. The other secret is, like with most of my videos, my Hamilton videos and stuff, you don't see how many takes I mess up. Like, that's part of why I had to stop when I did, because I was spending so long. Who knows if that's part of why I burned my hands out doing take after take. Okay, let's get on another. Let's try this out. Let's see if we can make this happen. Oh man. You're like, what are you doing, Alex? You're just making noises. You're not doing anything. Let's try it. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a self-starter, by being a lot smarter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain. Then he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in their own sick, the scent thick, and Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with the cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead and destitute without a sense of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, traded sugar cane and rum and other things he can't afford, scamming for every book he could get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York, just you wait, Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, we are waiting in the wings for you. No, you never back down, you never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. Oh, when America sings for you. Oh, will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Oh, the ship is in the harbor, now see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. Oh, his enemies destroyed his rep, America forgot him. He fought with him and he died for him and he trusted him and me, I loved him and me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. Shot him, shot him, shot him, shot him. Oh, there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. There we go. You can listen to that one if you want to listen to like, there's more, throw that one away. Just throw that version away. That was fun. I'm glad I did it. No shame. No shame here. Guys, this is a no shame zone. I don't know if you know that. But right around here, no shame zone. Having a little sip of water, or life-giving water. I know what I'll play next. We're sticking to this one for, one of mine, one of theirs. Oh wait, no, that can't be it. Oh, okay, I know why. All right. This is high quality production value. If I'm self-deprecating enough, they won't mind. Here we go. Everybody else got fun plans for this evening? Playing some games? I'm going to take this time to recommend you don't go to a Super Bowl party. Don't know if you noticed, but there's a deadly pandemic still raging. So if you were, considering like, should I go to a Super Bowl party or should I stay home? I'm here to tell you, I recommend you stay home. You don't go to that Super Bowl party. This has been a public service announcement from a guy who doesn't want people to die. So on a revolutionary note, I'm going to play a song that I wrote, but before I do, I'm going to address what Brandon said. Either banana bread, banana cheesecakes, or blood orange cookies. Guys, Brandon Baruch bakes. Look him up. If you live in the Los Angeles area, get yourself some high-quality baked goods. I've had many cheesecakes. I still have some cookie cake that Brandon Baruch baked for me and delivered. It's delicious. You won't regret it. And with that, I'm going to play you a song I wrote, that I think ties well with Hamilton. I am the mother of states and statesmen. I have cast off my old dominion. In the face of oppression, I would not be silent. My fathers named me for virtue, the image of Roman statute, designed to inspire an act of defiance. There's always to tyrants. There's always to tyrants. I stand in the manner of victory. I care not to cover in modesty. My sword and my spear have revealed the result of this violence. Your highness lies helpless below me. Your scourge and your chain by your body. Your crown on the ground and the battlefield silent. There's always to tyrants, there's always to any who rule unrestrained. There's always to tyrants, there's always till none shall live under their reign. There's always to tyrants, for freedom can never be purchased or seized. But what is a tyrant? Does tyranny live within me? I am the mother of slaves and natives. The war is now won for the poor and the hated. What's left is to conquer the one that's inside us. There's always to tyrants. There's always to tyrants. There's always to tyrants, except per tyrannis, except per tyrannis. There's always to tyrants, the betas, etc., será eternitas. There's always to tyrants, perseverando, perseverando. There's always to tyrants, except per tyrannis, except per tyrannis. Thanks, you guys. That song is called Sic Semper Tyrannis, Thus Always to Tyrants. I wrote it for Joey Cliff's 50 States Project, Our 50 States Project, hashtag Our 50 States Project, which was where we finished Sufjan Stevens' 50 States Project. He only made 2 albums for that. We made 52? Or no, I think even more than that. We did 1 album for every U.S. state, plus territories and D.C., I believe. I think, and an EP for the moon. So take that. Ball's still in Sufjan's court now. And then there's a version of that. Still have to do a more expansive version of it, but there's a version with production by my buddy Brent Trueblood that you can find here on my channel, or on the Sufjan Stevens hashtag Our 50 States Project SoundCloud. Here you go. Oh, and that song is it's about the Virginia state flag, which I always have thought is the most badass of all state flags. Check it out yourself. It's a woman with a spear standing on a dead king. It's pretty awesome. I've also always said that it would be only more awesome if you combined the California state flag and the Virginia state flag, and she was riding a bear. That would really put it over the top. And we do, let's see. I guess we've been going about 45 minutes. Do a few more. Any more questions anyone might have? Happy to answer. Any requests? Happy to try. And we'll keep this train rolling. Oh, okay. I know what I'm going to do now. I know it, guys. What I'm going to do now. So, recently, I was on another friend of mine's podcast. It's called Wonders. You know how do another Broadway cover. Might have to be a Hamilton cover. I'm trying to think what other Broadway covers I could play you. But I could look and see. I could decide, try to find a Hamilton cover. Well, I'll play this one, and then we'll try to find a Broadway cover. So I was on Ian Zandi's podcast, Wonders, spelled like the band in the movie That Thing You Do, Oneaters. And we talked about a song that was recently getting a bit of attention again, You Get What You Give by New Radicals. Ian and I talk about it and even improvise off of it a little bit. Not musically, just like comedy improv. And in prep, I kind of tried to learn how to play it. So I mentioned I played bass in punk and screamo bands. Who's my favorite bass player? I'll answer that before I play the song. Who's my favorite bass player? Admittedly, since I haven't been bass focused more recently, I guess that's an excuse and a reason. Some of my favorite bass players,
Flea, when I was in high school, I used to so idolize his slap ability and learned how to do that a bit myself, and learned how to play like higher ground. Um, Flea's up there, and well, now I can't even remember his name, but the bassist for Rancid. I also loved learning how to play Maxwell Murders, but I never actually did master that solo. It's such a great punk. Like, I never had that much bass dexterity. And yeah, those are a couple of the ones, even though once again, oh, that guy. But he made a great song. I'll try to think, I'll see if I can think of other ones, but those are a couple of my tops that I remember thinking like, oh, if I could play bass as good as these guys. And not that I never really learned any of his stuff, but I did get a little bit into like checking out like more way technical dudes like Victor Wooten, who is actually from Newport News, which is where I spent a good part of my childhood, and like my uncle, who's a musician, you know, as well, amateur musician, like he knew him a little bit, like he knew their family or something because they, you know, they're from Newport News as well. Yeah, I'll see if I can throw out more bassists I idolize. Oh, another band that that had a big bass influence on me was, and again, now I'm like, what's the guy's name? But the band Death from Above 1979, and all they they reunited a few years back. It's just a bassist and a drummer. Like, you know, sometimes in the albums or maybe sometimes live, but he'll also play on like synth. But mainly it's just bass and drums. And I started a band with my buddy Simone Kusa called the Jilted Lovers, which is also one of my favorite band names I've ever been a part of. And that was our style too. We only did covers as far as we were together. We only played like 3 shows. But it was, yeah, Simone on vocals and drums and me on vocals and bass. And my whole setup was I had 2 amps. I got this idea from, I want to say Tim Comerford, who's the bassist for Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave. And he talked about, you know, he'd have his bass signal split. And so part would run out to, I mean, he has a whole like wall of amps, you know, playing for those bands. But anyway, you'd have one running out to a clean bass signal, or I guess they're both running out clean, but one of them he's got hooked to a distortion pedal, and so you know, that way he's always got that clean bass sound, and then he can press the button. I can't even remember. I think he actually had like a 3-part thing where it was like clean, distorted, and then another one to like really throw it over the top if you wanted. But I didn't do the 3, but I did. I had a clean one and another one that had a pedal on, so it would run clean, but then I could press the button and it would turn distorted, so you had that both signals going at the same time, and to fill that sound. And actually, I almost posted it as my Throwback Thursday, but I actually want to see about getting my, you know, the music that I recorded and will record up on like streaming services and stuff. So I didn't post this on YouTube, but I might be posting it not too long. We did a cover of Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger. You know, I had visions, I was looking into the mirror. We recorded a cover of that like in my buddy's, you know, studio. And honestly, it's not bad. It's right, you know, it's 2 punk rock teenagers, but like I'm pretty happy with it, so I might post that. But meanwhile, going back to it, thanks for the question, Kyle. Going back to it, I'm gonna play a little You Get What You Give. Let's try it, right? Let's see. How does it go? There we go. Wake
kids, we got the dreamer's disease. Age 14, we got you down on your knees. So polite, we're busy still saying please. Frenemies, who when you're down ain't your friend. Every night we smash them Mercedes-Benz. First we run and then we laugh till we cry. But when the night is falling, you cannot find the light. You feel your dreams are dying. Hold tight. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna fall through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. You only get what we give. I'm coming on, baby, your touch. Don't give it to me now. 4 a.m. we ran a miracle mile. We're flat broke, but hey, we do it in style. The bad rich got buying it for your trial. But when the night is falling, you cannot find the light. You feel your dreams breaking. Hold tight. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. You only get what you give. This whole damn world could fall apart. You'll be okay. Follow your heart. You're in harm's way. I'm right behind. Now say you're mine. Got music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Don't let go, I feel the music in you. You, yeah, you. Oh, fly high. What's real? I can't die. You only get what you give. You're gonna get what you give. Just don't be afraid to live. Here we go. Health insurance, rip-off lying, FDA, big bankers buying, fake computer crashes, dying, cloning while they're multiplying, fashion shoots with Beck and Hanson, Courtney Love, Marilyn Manson, you're all fakes, run to your mansions, come around, we'll kick your ass in. Don't give up. One dance left. Don't let go. Can't forget.
Where's the resolution of that? There we go. In the version that they played for the Biden inauguration, they cut out that last part because I don't think it fit the theme of unity that they were going for. You know, as well as just singing about, I mean, well, at the very least, that Marilyn Manson one seems to have aged well, right? Now it seems like there might be legitimate reason to kick Marilyn Manson's ass. We'll see how that comes out. Okay, let's see. Do another Broadway cover. The theme from Peep Show. I don't know that, Brandon. I'm sorry. I don't. I've never been the most knowledgeable Broadway guy. What's a Broadway song? We'll play like that, and then I'll close out, I think. I'm gonna... yeah, I think we're just gonna default to try to play you another Hamilton one, unless I can think of a very common one that I could... Oh... Well, this is gonna be it's probably gonna be a disaster if I try to do "Waving Through a Window" by Dear Evan Hansen. And would you even enjoy that one? But I did listen to it recently. Oh no, the Harvey Danger song was the theme from Peep Show. Oh, something from 110 in the Shade. I mean, I know those songs pretty much by heart. I don't know if I've ever tried to play. What's... are the chords to Another Hot Day on here? Another... No, not just Another Day. Another Hot Day. Or, yeah. It's just me using the internet, guys. No. That's going to be difficult. But unless you hate Dear Evan Hansen, I was going to give that one a try. Or I could just do a Hamilton song. Probably what I'll do is I won't capo up on this so that it will be lower, because that dude can sing higher than me. That's very low. Well, let's try it. Let's just try it. Let's just do it. Guys, thanks for being here. I don't even know how good these chords are, but we're just... Guys, this train's moving. I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key. Before I make a mistake, before I lead with the worst of me, give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away, so I got nothing to share, no, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun, because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window, and I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you when you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun, because you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been?
been, 'cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window, and I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in the forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I ever make a sound? Did I ever make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window, and I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving, waving, waving? Something like that. It's something like that. That song goes something like that. The other day I listened to that. I love that song. Hi, Brendan Hamill. Thanks for stopping by. It is a live stream, though we're winding it down. That's I think that's going to be my second to last song. I'm going to end traditionally with my with the song I like to end my podcast with. Thanks everybody for being here. Oh, hi, Green. I'm waving back, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, I appreciate anybody who listened all the way through. If you want to check out more of my work, you can check it out on my YouTube channel right here. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Alex Denney. You can follow me on Twitter at Alex Denney Actor. And if you really like me, you can become a patron on Patreon. Don't pay attention probably to the different sections on there. I don't know what I'm doing. But if you want to give me money, I'll accept it. Well, and Brandon, this will be on the channel if you really want to go back and check out the whole thing. We had a little bit of fun. But yeah, meanwhile, once again, thanks for being here. I'll play us out. It's time to go. The sun's setting down. The power in my radio is almost run out. So at least for now, I'm here to stay. Maybe I'll get rescued on another day. But we had some fun, we made new friends, and tomorrow is another chance to try again. Until then, we'll say goodbye. Thanks for hanging out with me on Island Life. Thanks for hanging out with me on Island Life. Thanks for hanging out with me on Island Life. There we go. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here. Brandon, Green, Brandon again, and Kyle, and anyone else. Bye.